Hello there, gang, and welcome to Displaying Model Behaviour. There's a whole bunch more news out there, so let's talk about it.
A late night rendezvous? To what do I owe the honor?
Mondo have shown off full images of their gloriously beautiful 1/6 scale Poison Ivy, just instantly capturing everything that you want from that Batman animated design, plucking it off the screen and making her three-dimensional. I love this. Pairing her up with their Harley Quinn as well. The rest of the figures, who else have they done? Batman, of course. You got the Joker too. I think a few others too. Yeah, they've been pretty prolific. Mondo are cranking these out, but man, folks are eating them up like kibble, and this is going to be no exception either. Really gorgeous pictures that I'm looking at here, and so many accessories that go deep into the lore of the episodes, almost Easter egg-like. I love this. Yeah. Another winner from Mondo. These guys, they don't miss. Not yet, anyway.
This is not vengeance. No, not vengeance. It's punishment.
Available for pre-order right now on Hasbro Pulse is the Punisher and Bushwhacker 2-pack. This was, of course, revealed ages ago, but I like it when they actually go up for pre-order, because then we get a whole bunch more pretty pictures and you can get a much better look at the characters. Yes, of course, they're posed and photographed in the perfect way to make them look super cool, but most Marvel Legends actually do look that way when you take them out of the box as well, as long as you compose them half decently. And these, just the fact that we're getting Punisher and Bushwhacker, two characters who I wouldn't have necessarily imagined they were going to be putting on our shelves. It's great to see Frank Castle's back. Welcome back, Frank. That's really, really great. So hopefully if we keep expanding on the Punisher license, he might be able to get back that little seat of prominence in Marvel Comics. Fingers crossed. I can say certainly this is a good start. Stop right there. Where do you think you're going? Not before I tell you about our channel sponsor, Legendsverse. Legendsverse, if you haven't already heard, I don't know, maybe this is your first model behavior video, because Lord knows if it's not, then you've definitely heard about our sponsors already. But Legendsverse is the best place to go to curate all of your action figure collectibles. This website has not only Marvel Legends, but Mafex, Select, DC, Multiverse, Kenner, Star Wars Black Series. I'm running out of breath just listing them. And not only is it good for cataloging all the figures that you own, but it's so good to go back, way back into time, and look at all the figures that came out, just as a fun little exercise as to seeing where we've come from, because that's how you know where we're going. And also, it's going to help you find a whole bunch of grails that you didn't know exist, just like I found a whole bunch of Ben Reilly Sensational Spider-Man figures that I was like, wait, these, what? Where did these come? How did I not know about these? And how much is it going to cost me to get my hands on them? Well, fortunately, Legendsverse could answer most of those questions, so go give them a follow. They're an incredible resource. I'm a big fan personally. Go check them out.
Night after night, I watch over this city. But now someone stands in the shadows.
McFarlane are still putting out very regular content with their DC Multiverse line. We got a new batch here. First of all, we got Cyborg. So this is apparently based on his Rebirth design. He's got big chunky old gun. I appreciate that. It looks like you actually get a fair bit of action figure for your money. It's a decent looking representation of not Cyclops, Cyborg. I'm sorry, my brain can't contain more than one CY titled character. Then we're also getting a pretty cool looking Red Hood figure. So Red Hood, Jason Todd version of course, based on Dawn of DC. That's also going to be up for pre-order now. And honestly, I don't think there's a single bad Red Hood Jason Todd design. That character just came along at a good time, and every time an artist has done a reinterpretation of the character, he always looks badass. This slightly kind of like hooded, half-mask version, he's no exception. Looks pretty cool. And the Red Hood will look even cooler on his sports bike. Going to be about $30. Also available for pre-order, and the two of them together, yeah, they'll look pretty good on the shelf. Figma have revealed a whole bunch of images of their Skull Knight with his horse from the pages of Berserk. One of the coolest looking characters in, well, I don't know, all great literature, I suppose. Yeah, just decking someone out in skull, skeleton-like armor isn't the most original design, but this is making it look so freaking cool. I don't know if the horse itself is articulated. I think it might just be a static stand. But that's all he does in the comics, is just sit very stoically on his horse, looking like a badass. So there's no price for this yet, or release date, but they've got to be close because we've got all these images here. The metallic gunmetal kind of sheen of the armor, oh, that looks good, and the piercing red eyes sticking out. Can you believe, if you haven't read these comics, this dude's one of the good guys? So I really love this, and look, I've got my Guts figure from Figure Arts. It's not great, but pose him next to this guy, you'd look a whole lot better.
Come with me if you want to live.
True Toys have made this android lady? I don't really know what the backstory might be. It looks very Deus Ex Machina with the revealed torso. A bit of a Terminator vibe here, obviously, as well, with the mechanics of the steel skull underneath. Just kind of badass. 1/6 scale, so luckily that puts it out of my desire to collect. Because if this was a 1/12 scale android figure like this, oh yeah, oh definitely. Because this, yeah, the more I see it, the more I'm like, yeah, this is like if Terminators were designed by Apple. This is like the iTerminator. Really cool. Going to be released around about the first quarter of next year, and retailing, from what I can see on here, for about $100, give or take. You know, time tells, depending on where you're going to buy it from. But looking at these images, I really dig this. Super, super cool design. Hot Toys are showing off their Grand Admiral Thrawn, I was going to say statue. It almost looks like a statue because of how photoreal most Hot Toys things are. But nope, this is a fully articulated action figure in the 1/6 scale Hot Toys type form. So really, you shouldn't really call it an action figure, should you? You're not going to be doing action with it, especially with him wearing that nice white suit. I'd get chocolate all over that thing. But having him as just a beautifully displayed, well, display piece, looks terrific. The likeness to the actor, I think, looks like he did in Ahsoka. That show was so instantly forgettable, but I did see it, and I did see him in it, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, another one to add to your Ahsoka collection. Ahsoka. No, it's Ahsoka. Even after all these years, I still mispronounce it. Sticking with Hot Toys Star Wars, they have really outdone themselves, I feel, with this Empire Strikes Back Chewbacca. Yes, with C-3PO all strapped up and harnessed to his back, that's just a fun image from that movie. But just looking at all the hair on this thing, I don't know what kind of work goes into making something like this, but it looks pretty incredible. I hopefully he won't shed all over the rest of your toys, because just the amount of hair. You could have picked this out of my hairbrush. At least you probably could have 5 years ago. Most of it's fallen out now. But this looks really, really impressive. So yeah, even if you've got a regular Hot Toys Chewbacca, sound like I'm chewing a toffee, then this might be a really good upgrade, because I'm really impressed with these pictures.
He doesn't like you. Sorry.
Of course, if any of you ignoramuses could actually speak Ponda then you would know that I was telling you that there's a new Ponda Baba figure coming from Hot Toys. The pictures speak for themselves. He's just there, surrounded by scum and villainy, waiting to get his arm chopped off. Oh wait, no, was he the one who got his arm chopped off? Or was it the werewolf-looking guy? Or was it the I don't like you either, you'd better watch yourself? I can't remember his name. He was Doctor something, wasn't he? I bet that character's got a real creepy backstory. Why is someone called Doctor looking like that in a bar in Mos Eisley? There's some dark Star Wars horror out there that George Lucas didn't touch on. Quite frankly, I don't want him to. Ramen Toys have released some preview images of their bread van. We've seen lots of pictures of the black version. Now you got the white one here too. Both of them looking relatively inconspicuous. But of course, you know, if you were an undercover vigilante, you'd want to paint your big Punisher logo on the side. That was something that was always kind of funny. I'm undercover. I better drive around in the most recognizable van in the city. That was some A-Team logic right there. But if you want the generic vans, man, these look real nice. The Ramen Racer is gorgeous. So doing this more kind of civilian sort of vehicle, yeah, there's a lot of potential with these. Ramen Toys have also shown off a color prototype of their MUSK sewer setup. This is taking a long time to come together, but Rome wasn't built in a day, and when it was finished, it was pretty damn spectacular. So I don't mind waiting for this as long as it takes to batch cook this thing, get all the ingredients just right. I'm willing to wait for, because just getting a little sneaky peek here, it does look pretty awesome. We have ourselves a straggler. From the last episode, I was talking all about the Target Cowabunga Collection Turtles. Well, I didn't mention Slash, who's getting a re-release in Ultimates form with a few extra accessories as well. So I'm pretty sure this dude came in a 2-pack originally. Might have been with Casey Jones, but I'm kind of spitballing there. This new one has got some new accessories, new hands, new heads, got his little palm leaf. Is it Binky? I think I want to say Binky. Yeah, there it is. I saw it on the screen. So it's a nice new version of Slash. If you didn't get the 2-pack, or if you're a super completionist, then now you got a whole more bunch of accessories to complete him with. Available at Target, exclusively, I think. And one more entry for the TMNT collection. We got Crying Hound, who's from the Archie Comics wrestling side of things. I can't remember the name of the wrestling federation, but I was just talking about it on the last episode. We got Leatherhead in his wrestling gear, we got the 4 turtles, and we got this 4-armed guy. I don't have any other frame of reference besides these pictures, but looks like more cartoony Turtles fun. That's exactly what people want. Also, as part of the Cowabunga collection, I don't feel so bad about Slash being a straggler now. Turns out there were a whole bunch of stragglers. You can also get Mondo Gecko as well. After the Ninja Turtles and then the Punk Frogs, like, I feel like Mondo Gecko, this is like a Xerox of a Xerox of a Xerox. Even the Turtles have got to be like, dude, this whole kind of surfer mutant reptile thing, it's kind of played out, all right? We've even got the Space Frogs on the other channel. It's getting a bit much. Poor old Mondo Gecko. I think he came around a little bit too late, at least for my knowledge, because I can't remember him, and I was pretty obsessed with Turtles as a kid. But if you got a soft spot in your heart for him, then again, straight to Target, part of their Cowabunga collection.
I trust you're comfortable.
I do love how NECA have 2 very distinct Turtles brands going on. They've got the Archie Comics, cartoony, ridiculous figures, and then they got the Mirage Comics, gnarly, nasty looking figures. And this Rat King, whew! Yes, he looks pretty gnarly and nasty. This one is another one of the Target Cowabunga collection figures, so it might just be exclusive there, but this looks like it's worth traveling to Target for. Hopefully you won't run into too many rats while you do, but this would be worth running the Stampede, because, oh my god, I don't know why there would be rats on your way to Target. That's just a strange narrative I had going on in my head. But this dude, yeah, just to reiterate, super cool. Love the scary, freaky looking faces. Both of them pretty terrifying. Yeah, this is my kind of Ninja Turtles here.
I don't understand how you can serve someone as evil and dishonorable as the Shredder.
You can't fancy Shredder, Dave. You can't fancy Shredder. But sexy lady Shredder? Oh yeah. I like what you done with this look. NECA are continuing with their awesome Mirage Turtles line, this time giving us Karai as the Shredder, the lady Shredder. I don't know, I haven't read the stories of this one. Is she Shredder's daughter? I want to say that she is, but I would only embarrass myself. That's me speculating. The design is wicked, though. I love a little gender swap every now and then, or anything where you get a regular character and then you just change something about them and your brain's like, this is the thing that I like, but it's different, but I dig it. That's what I'm thinking when I see this. So it's standard NECA fare. This is going to be available at first at Target, part of their Cowabunga collection. I don't know if it's going to be available anywhere else, but certainly Target first. That's what it says. Get it here first at Target. Implying that you can get it later somewhere else. If you can't, then that's bad marketing, Target. And you should have employed me to do your press releases.
Pissing our pants yet? Boy, do I have a feeling we're getting close.
Diamond Select Toys have a pretty cool comic accurate looking Negan 2-pack with him and a walker. And the walker has a whole bunch of interchangeable parts and pieces, so you could kind of do 2 walkers, but then you'd need to buy 2 Negans. But you could sell the other one on one of the Facebook groups, and that's pretty much the life of an action figure collector. You buy the multi-packs and take the stuff you want, sell on the rest, and it's what kind of builds a community. Like, I actually kind of like that about Marvel Legends. When they do the annoying 2-packs, which are annoying, at least you get to build some rapport and bond with the people who share the same ridiculous hobby. I kind of like that. So, that notwithstanding, you can get this for $30, and it actually looks, as much as I'm not a big fan of Diamond Select, this looks like a really good set.
Hey, Darkwing! Don't. My finger can transform. Guess which one?
Tying in with the new Transformers 1 movie, we're getting from Hasbro the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Transformers 1 112 Optimus Prime. This is why I gotta sight read all these things. It can't just be Optimus Prime. There's a whole bunch of gobbledygook to go with it. I do really like the design though. Even in robot mode, he's not too blocky. There's not too much stuff hanging off from him. He looks pretty sleek. I'm genuinely looking forward to the Transformers 1 movie. I know it's going to be a kids movie. And that's fine. I'm going into it with it being a kids movie in my mind. I just want to see a light-hearted, fun version of the Transformers up on screen. Haven't really had that since Bumblebee. They nailed the magic sauce and then they forgot about it. But now, hopefully, this is more of the kind of Transformers goodness that I'm looking forward to. So yeah, whenever it releases over here, I'll be seeing it day one. Probably.
Let's party! Go for broke!
Now, following up on a figure that I previewed on the last episode, we got the full details for the Kokan Studio Fight Female figure, Chun Li and Mountain Moon accessory kit. This is what happens when I finally get a whole bunch of information to sight read. Pre-orders are currently available on 5K Toys. It's going to be priced at $70 for the figure and the accessory kit, $54 for just the figure, and $24 for just the accessories. And hopefully, it's going to be released in the 4th quarter of this year, so you won't have too long to wait. Of course, this is essentially a third-party version of Chun Li from Street Fighter 6, and I'm absolutely here for it. I think this looks terrific. Mainly, the face sculpts. I think it's so easy when you're going for that almost human kind of look. It can come off as a kind of a lifeless porcelain kind of look. It's a little bit creepy. Here, I think it's got just enough character, just enough comic kind of vibe to sell it as kind of realistic, but kind of not. They got the sweet spot, and the rest of the body with the super athletic kind of proportions, decent looking Revoltech Kyoto kind of articulation. Yeah, I think this looks pretty cool actually. I like what they've done here. Memory Toys giving us the full preview images of their World of Warcraft Necromancer Shaman. I want to just double check and make sure that was the name of it. Yeah, looks like a beautiful piece from Memory Toys. They've got previous form with making beautiful sword and sorcery type characters. This looks no different. Sometimes their articulation, I feel, can hinder them a little bit. They got a bit of the Revoltech style, where things like butterfly joints would make the figure like, just that little bit better. But if you're just going for the aesthetics with the costuming on and everything as well, dang, it's going to look gorgeous. No price or release date yet, but looking at these pictures, I think it's going to be another banger. Super 7 have shown off a couple of images of their upcoming Ultimates Matt Cardona figure, the king of the deathmatch. Matt Cardona is a fun one, a pro wrestler who took his career into his own hands and has done pretty darn well out of it. And also, he's one of us, a massive toy collecting nerd. So to actually have an official Super 7 action figure of him, I know he's going to be marking out for that. So that's kind of a sweet story. And I got to admit, it's a really good looking action figure too. Zoids are going to be mixing things up with a whole bunch of different action figure brands, and the results could be quite interesting. So Takara Tomy have announced the T-Spark Synergex series, okay? So this is going to involve Zoids crossing over with Transformers, Godzilla, Monster Hunter, and Macross, but also with Marvel characters as well. You can see we've got classic Spider-Man here and a black costume Spider-Man riding their own Zords robot contraptions. I don't really know anything about Zords, but these look like fun, and I know that there is a big following for Zoids. So doing these mashup ideas could prove really popular. An absolute badass looking figure from My Hero Academia, courtesy of Tamashii Nations SH Figure Arts. We've got Katsuki Bakugo, going to be released March of next year. I don't know the character, I just know the action figure pictures, and looking at these, I'm digging the huge big like hand grenade wrist blasters. That's a really cool design, like the way they got the pins going down the forearms. That's some wicked... I'm just looking at the album right now. This is some awesome character design right here. Dude, I might be tempted to get into... Gosh, doing this show makes me want to watch more anime because I keep seeing these characters and seeing these awesome designs. This is no exception, man. This looks awesome. Tamashii Nations are hitting you up with another version of Ultraman, this time Ultraman Zero Beyond, brackets, Ultraman New Generation Stars version. There are probably some Ultraman fans out there who recognize these different ones. I'll always report on them because there is an audience, but you're all pretty quiet. But I think there are people who do appreciate the Ultraman shout-outs. So this is going to be available for pre-order August 23rd, so a couple of days ago, and should be scheduled to release around about February of next year. And while we're at it with Ultraman, SH Figure Arts have shown off a preview image of Ultraman Belial? Clear color version. I haven't seen the OG, but just looking at this, you know me. It's clear, transparent, plastic. That's always just going to make me go, ooh, that looks pretty. But yeah, kind of a scary, hyper-demonic looking Ultraman. Don't know the lore behind it, but it looks pretty cool. Releasing in the first quarter of next year is Storm Collectibles' newest version of their Grappler Baki figure. Let me just get the name here. This is the Baki hammer from the greatest battle on Earth with Yujiro Hanma in Son of the Ogre. I'm sure that Grappler Baki fans know exactly what was being described there. To me, that was a whole bunch of word salad. But apparently, this new version of the character has been updated with the articulation. They say he's got better range of motion, so he can strike more martial arts poses. And of course, he's got all these cloth goods here. And a full body cloth goods setup, I can't remember that being done with Storm Collectibles before. Normally it's that kind of soft rubber type material. So it's interesting to see them taking this new approach with the character, and certainly the pictures look decent. I think if I was a Grappler Baki fan, I'd be all over this, because I think it looks pretty darn cool. SH Figure Arts are doing an add-on set, a whole bunch of accessories for their Monkey D. Luffy figure. So if you want to really show him using his crazy powers, then you can get all these extra limbs. This is called the Monkey D. Luffy Romance Dawn Gun Gum Operation Parts set. So pre-orders are open September 3rd, and they should be shipping around about February of next year.
Tell me, what would possess you to side with them?
We're fighting because there are enemies to kill.
Good Smile Company are giving us a very cute little 1/12 scale figure from the game Xenoblade Chronicles 3. You know me, that is very far from Dave's wheelhouse of understanding, but I do appreciate a pretty design when I see one with the little wings on the head and everything. It's kind of adorable. So this is up for pre-order now on Good Smile Company, going for about $80 give or take, and with the little design details and the costume and the little staff of whatever it is that she's got. Yeah, it's a fun way to spend your money. And going from cute video game anime to slightly risque Halloween anime from Snail Shell, who do all of their own designs from what I understand. They might do some licensed stuff, I don't know. I think this is an original creation though, because I definitely would have remembered seeing it somewhere else before. I've talked about this Halloween pumpkin princess before, but now we got the full release deal, the price, the date, all that kind of thing. Well, I say the date, it's still scheduled for Q4 2024, so that is quite a large window. But hey, it's a large action figure. Going to be retailing for about $80 give or take, and just hopefully you could get her on your shelf before Halloween, because this is when you want her, especially with the pumpkin mech, which I just love, that can transform into all these different versions and styles. Really cool. I super dig this. Ridiculous, flamboyant cheesecake nonsense? Absolutely. But wrap it up in a Halloween package as well? Yeah, I'm sold on this.
It's showtime. Attention, keyboard shoppers.
It's showtime. Speaking of Halloween spookiness, we've got a Kotobukiya Lady Beetlejuice. Oh, what's wrong with the world? Everything's going woke and people are gender swapping. Not complaining about this one, are you? Nah, not if they look kind of pretty. Or at least that's my logic. I think this looks great. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I've got a couple of Kotobukiya statues. They're awesome. This is a fantastic redesign. Love the gender bending. What's the name of the vampire who has the special move? Like Bliss or something in Night Stalkers. He kisses his opponent and turns him into a girl. Am I remembering that right? Or did I just imagine it because I wanted it to be a thing? No, I'm pretty sure it's legit. Either way, it looks like Beetlejuice was kissed by that vampire guy from Darkstalkers, and we get this statue. It seems like a pretty good deal to me. If you want a seriously high-end 1/12 scale figure, then 1000 Toys have got you covered. They have shown images of their re-edit Halo Reach figure. This is going for a whopping $204, which seems like a heck of a lot, because it is a heck of a lot. I don't know what is in the secret sauce of this figure that makes it so valuable. I've never had one in hand. If Ramen Toys wanted to send me a random $200 figure just to shut me up, then you're welcome to. But yeah, so I'm sure that there is the value there. It's just when I see that, I'm like, whoa, was that 1/6 scale? No, it's 1/12 scale? Oh my god. To be fair though, the design is awesome. It looks really cool. It looks like something out of Death Stranding. But so I love what's going on here. But I don't know why it is as expensive as it is. I kind of want to find out, because $200 worth of action figure, it's going to be a fun thing to play around with.
Alpha, Readers Escape. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitudes.
Susu Toys are showing off more images of their 1/6 scale, definitely not Red Ranger from Power Rangers, whatever version of Power Rangers this design was, which it wasn't, because this has nothing to do with Power Rangers. Just getting that very, very clear. Why are you talking about Power Rangers? I haven't even mentioned it. But Susu Toys are doing this cool looking red action person, and he does look pretty awesome. In-Art Collectibles are showing off new images of their upcoming Monkey King figure. Going to be 1/6 scale and available, hopefully at some point for pre-order. There's no information yet, but just some very, very pretty pictures letting you 1/6 scale collectors know what's coming. Monkey King is big, has been big for the last couple of years now. We're getting loads of figures. I'm wondering why all of a sudden, because Monkey's always been a thing. But now we got the Wukong video game, we got the Four Horsemen figure and a whole bunch of other ones as well. So yeah, for whatever reason, 2024 is the year of the Monkey King. Funko Pops. I always complain about them, and yet here I am talking about them, because dang it, they've gone and taken one of my favourite Batman characters and done the version of him from one of my favourite video games, smoosh it together with glow-in-the-dark paint, and you're just putting together a recipe for something that I want to buy in spite of myself. So even though I'm always going to complain about Funko Pops and how decades from now there will be gigantic monoliths in trash heaps dedicated to them, but here I am saying this is a new Funko Pop, and it actually looks pretty cool.
The Legend of Voltron, Defender of the Universe.
And while we're talking about Funkos, because Lord help me, that's what I do now, there's a 14-inch big-ass jumbo Funko version of this cute little anime Voltron. It's kind of adorable. I mean, look at his little face. And oh gosh, I'm starting to like Funkos. We got to move on to another story fast. Jada Toys are doing a fun Sonic collection in die-cast metal form. So these are kind of unique and funky. I don't know if they're actually action figures or just statues. Maybe statues, because all the pictures, they seem to be striking the same poses. So maybe there's no articulation there. It just says 2.5-inch metal figures. So you can buy them in single packs at Five Below, I've not heard of Five Below, or Walmart, or you can get a 4-figure box set on Amazon. But yeah, looking at these images, I'm pretty sure they're just more like desk statues, but pretty cool desk statues.
They're a danger to our universe.
not gonna take this away from me.
This is kind of cute, but also I really hate blind box purchases because I just don't get them. I'm not a gambling person because my personality is far too addictive already. But if you don't mind playing the blind box game, then you can get this eventual set of all the main principal characters from Spider-Man No Way Home in this super cute chibi kind of form. Again, I like to know what I'm buying when I'm buying it, because I'm that kind of personality type where I'll keep wanting to take one more crank of the old one-arm bandit, so I'll steer well clear. But if you want to play the game and try and collect all of these, then you're going to have a fun-looking display when you do. But not me. I'm not getting into that. Lego are adding to their Harry Potter range. This time we're getting Harry Potter The Burrow Collector's Edition. This is going to be available from September 1st. $250, give or take, depending on where you're buying it from. But I do like the creaky, kooky kind of house design. Lego is so great at including so many tiny little itty-bitty details and Easter eggs. I think for you big-time Harry Potter fans, there's going to be a lot of little cool things to find, and ultimately, probably loving this set. It looks like it's been put together with a lot of care and attention to detail, and yeah, I think this is going to sell like hotcakes. For the World of Warcraft fan who has everything, I present the statue of Valera Sanguina. Valera Sanguina. I don't know who this person is, but that's a whole lot of statue for a whole lot of character. 1/3 scale, so twice the size of a Hot Toys character. It's a big statue, but it's got a big price tag too. It's about $2,500, give or take. So if you were just feeling a little bit froggy, you had $2,500 burning a hole in your pocket, then why not get yourself a World of Warcraft statue? Because this looks amazing. I mean, I don't need to sell it to you. You can see it for yourself. I'd probably need to sell to you the logic of spending that much money on it though, because this is a tight economy, baby. But you know what? If you can treat yourself, go on and treat yourself, because this looks pretty wicked. Ban Presto, not heard of them before, but they make statues, and in this case, they've made a couple of really wicked-looking Demon Slayer statues. Never seen a Demon Slayer thing in my life, but I know that it is huge over here. I walk around, I see Demon Slayer merchandise all over the place, just not seen an episode or read one of the mangas myself. But looking at these designs, I could be convinced to, because I love just the bright splashes of pink and green neon. They look cool. It looks like they've been spray painted graffiti style. I really dig that. Based on these statues, I kind of want to check out the franchise now. And if you already have and you like the look of these, then they're about $200 each, which is a lot. But then again, we're talking about pretty statues. That's always going to be the case.
The evil forces of Skeletor.
Sideshow and Tweeterhead have combined their production forces to make this stunning looking Skeletor statue. I just wanted to provide some background coverage while I show you pictures of it, because really, they speak for themselves. Pretty amazing. Don't have a statue collection? Never will, but that doesn't mean I can't enjoy looking at them. And this, especially with the alternate portrait as well, which it says here was inspired by the original mini comics that came with the figures. That's a really nice touch too. So yeah, whether it's the cackling badass look or the sort of dotted red eyes, yeah, that's what my little childhood brain imagined Skeletor actually looked like in the 80s. Now, this is a fun little curiosity, available at WrestlingSuperstore.com. Is that what it is? Yes, WrestlingSuperstore.com. Just want to double check that one there. We've got a generic cameraman. So whether you're sporting a WWE or AEW setup, this guy will fit right in there. It's something that I think folks don't really think about. I know I didn't when you're thinking about posing wrestling action figures and doing that sort of photography. Where are all the cameramen? They are there, so now you can actually include them with the rest of your photography and your setups. That's actually kind of a nice touch. I think people could probably do some fun setups with these. Today's cosplay cover artist is Stormborn Cat, a creator who I think has a very kind of ethereal, kind of fairy-like sort of quality to her images and poses. Really eye-catching. Go give her a follow. She's doing some awesome stuff. Piolo Soriano, friend of the show, member of the Model Behaviour Facebook group, and poster of these incredible custom figures. Custom paint jobs on existing figures, more specifically. This was originally the black costume Spider-Man and Carnage cel-shaded 2-pack. I did the little bunny ears because, yes, they're listed as cel-shaded, and I guess you could call what Hasbro did cel-shading, but also this is cel shading. I wouldn't have a problem with cel shading if that's what it looked like, because this is just the most painstaking detail that's actually done in a way that makes sense, the way that the shadows are cast, and they just bring out the cool details of the figure. Brother, mwah! Absolute chef's kiss. Neither of these characters have ever looked so cool. I was kind of blown away. Keep up the awesome work. And that does it for Good News for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. What did you think about the items covered? Comment below. Let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. I'd really appreciate that. And if you want to go one step beyond, then you can do by getting yourself a YouTube channel membership. By joining this channel, then you get to enjoy all the extra features and functions, like the extra videos I make, and take part in the group chats with the live streams, all that kind of thing. And also just, it's a way of, just throwing a little something my way. Yeah, I appreciate it. Who doesn't want things thrown their way? I mean, bricks, not, but, yeah, I'm overthinking this, but thank you. I appreciate it. Wow, have you not clicked off yet? Why are you still watching this nonsense? I'm just rambling now. I'm sorry, your time's worth more than this. I'm just too verbose. Let's just wrap this up, okay? Until next time, keep displaying. What am I doing? Keep displaying model behavior.
That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't.